everyone, and hi Rinku.
Hey Archana, so are you ready for the conversation today?
Yes, I am.
All right. So the topic today that we are addressing, Archana, is playing up your submissive. Now, this is in continuation with what we had spoken last time, which is about how do you cope using your personality types and how does that come into play. And we specifically addressed two personality types, the warriors and the warriors. And we said with this quick test that one can be dominant in you. However, there is no wrong and there is no right in it. So today, what we are going to try and address is that whatever your submissive is. So if you're a warrior, the warrior personality becomes your submissive. And how
Right.
can you play it up when it is a situation, when the situation demands? Similarly, as a warrior, how can you play up your submissive warrior when it comes to challenging situations? So that's what we are going to talk about, and it will be a quick, easy conversation. I don't think we are giving any rocket science here, but I think it's important to address that how do we still, make the best use of all that we can.
So, yes, I'm absolutely excited. Let's play around with the entire flow that we have today.
So, Archana, I'm going to put you on a spot here, and let's try and do this a little differently. I'll ask you a question. Tell me how would you resolve it.
Right.
So, let's assume for a moment that you are a warrior, okay? And we know as a warrior, you are very bound to day planning, and because you look ahead in future, the chances are that you're not thinking of now and present, right? And there is this sudden crisis that falls into your plate. Now, what are some of the traits that you can pick up or practice from the warrior personality type? And how can you practice yourself to be able to handle the crisis and cope it better? Because as a warrior, that's your big challenge. You're not ready for surprises, and you may be very anxious, and you can get very, very fluttered and flustered if something comes suddenly to you. So, how does one prepare as a warrior? How can I play up my submissive, which is a warrior trait?
Perfect. While you were talking, I actually went into the state of a warrior and I could actually see the traits that I would want to adopt from a warrior. So, number one would be that I would really want to accept change. Because as a warrior, I'm very codependent on my list that I need to do. These are the things that I will do. So, as a warrior, I would really want to eradicate that and have no codependency. So, I would really want to do something new. I would be very open to reach out to people I have not reached out to. I would really want to have a hobby, which I might not have as a warrior because I don't have time for that. So, I would really want to now invest time in myself because as a warrior, I think they're very bang on. They know that okay, if this path doesn't work, I have plan B. But as a warrior, I'm very, very stringent with the life that I'm following. So I would really want to accept change. I would really want to reach out to people, want to really have a hobby, would want to travel more, do something exciting which I have not done in last so many years.
Perfect. I think you nailed it. So basically, what you're saying is you'll put yourself into a practice as a warrior if you want to pick up and be ready for handling the
Yes.
crisis better. You got to accustom yourself to the new changes, right? And maybe
Right.
some bit of mindful exercises like breathing,
Yes.
and these might help because you have
Absolutely.
to be in the moment. Like I think that helps. You have to create a balance between being futuristic compared to what is
Being
present
now.
and now. Yeah. All right.
Yes.
Good.
Okay, Rinku, now I will ask you, as a warrior, how do you think, what are the qualities of a warrior you would want to take for having that kind of a different dimension to your life?
Okay, don't even get me started there because you and me are warriors. That's what we discovered last time. As a warrior, what happens is that we're too much into now. We're like, okay, let things come to us and fall on us and we'll deal with it. Too much confidence is too much into now, and we're easily distracted, right? Because we like to be involved in too many things, multiple things at the same time. So I think what will come into play is definitely, and which I keep trying, is while we cannot be very comfortable with a big, heavy, plan day-to-day activity, what we can definitely try is have a checklist in place at least.
Sure.
So have your short-term goals. Think about it, about the short-term goals, and kind of having a checklist around those. I think that will keep us little bit
What do
attuned to
you?
the present and day-to-day things. I think that's what we can pick from the warrior traits. The other thing I think for distraction, now that's tough for me, but I can tell you what I do. So for distraction, what I try and do is practice about like you know 60 minutes of time on certain things. So I'll define and say, okay, I'll sit 60 minutes and then I'll get up from my chair and I'll do something else for 10 minutes. I'll maybe walk or chat with my family or something. So I do 60-10 rule, which is 60 minutes I'll focus on the work and then 10 minutes I'll take a walk. That's something I do. But yeah, we have to pick up things that will help us stay away from the distractions. The other thing I think that we can do is maybe just have one or two things to do at a time. Like definitely our work and then not have too many things in one go. Just be very selective in what we want to do. So we can be little selective in life, and I think for sure have a checklist. I think that comes into that will help us deal with our day-to-day grind better, because we really are the spoilers in day-to-day grinds. So I think that's something that we can do.
That's so true. And I really could relate to it more because being warriors, at times it gets really, really difficult because you have so much on your platter and very difficult to handle at times. So, yes, very well said.
So I guess with this, I think we addressed a lot of questions that we received last from our last video. People said, "Okay, I'm a warrior or I'm a warrior, but then how do I, what can I do best?" And I think I hope today's video helps answer that question. And with that, Archana, do you think time to wrap up?
Yes. So, here we go with the qualities that we've already discussed about warriors and warriors. Relate to it, kind of adapt to the qualities that you feel are going to work best for you at this point in time. And we will see you next week.
Let's defeat the chemistry that we spoke last time. Let's try and play up with the chemistry also in our body. All right.
Yeah.
On that note, bye everyone.
Bye bye. See you.